Yes, God is omniscient, meaning that he knows about everything before it happens, and therefore cannot change his mind. This is what many of us believe, so we ask ourselves, what then is the essence of prayer if God knows the end from the beginning? Many I have seen on social media have a way of beating around the bush and not really providing any proof of this notion, then concluding that God doesn't change his mind. I will leave that argument to theologians. There are some mysteries of God that we can never know about, questions that we can't really give solid answers to until we get to heaven and ask these questions to our Father. But one thing I do know is this: things tend to go wrong and out of the system or plan when believers don't pray, and there are many passages in the Bible that make this clear to us. The second piece of truth is that even though God knows what we want to ask for before we do, since he's omniscient, he still expects us to pray. Ezekiel chapter 22 from verse 27, NIV, says, 27, her officials within her are like wolves tearing their prey. They shed blood and kill people to make unjust gains. 20, her prophets whitewash these deeds for them with false visions and lying divinations. They say, this is what the sovereign Lord says, when the Lord has not spoken. 29, the people of the land practice extortion and commit robbery. They oppress the poor and needy and mistreat the foreigners, denying them justice. I looked for someone among them who would build up the wall and stand before me in the gap on behalf of the land, so I would not have to destroy it, but I found no one. 31, so I will pour out my wrath on them and consume them with my fiery anger, bringing down on their own heads all they have done, declares the sovereign Lord. This means that there are things God can't do. Oh, let me rephrase that. There are things that God won't do until his children pray, for he seeks for one who will stand at the gap, one to stand at the gap for a family on the verge of falling apart, one to stand at the gap for a nation, one to stand at the gap for the things going wrong in our society. And boy, are there a lot of them. We will be looking into two distinct characters in the Bible. Though different, they have something in common. They both successfully changed the tides of situations because they prayed. This video is part of the Art of Prayer series. I will leave the playlist in the description so you can watch the series of videos. This will provide a well-rounded knowledge of how to pray effectively. And now, on with the video. The two characters under our examination lens are Moses the prophet and Hezekiah the king of Judah. Let's start with the most popular, Moses. In the book of Exodus chapter 32, God was angry with the children of Israel and wanted to destroy them, but Moses stepped forward and begged on their behalf. This is what he said in verse 11, ERV 11. But Moses begged the Lord his God, Lord, don't let your anger destroy your people. You brought them out of Egypt with your great power and strength. 12. But if you destroy your people, the Egyptians will say, God planned to do bad things to his people. That is why he led them out of Egypt. He wanted to kill them in the mountains. He wanted to wipe them off the earth. So don't be angry with your people. Please change your mind. Don't destroy them. 13. Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. These men served you, and you used your name to make a promise to them. You said, I will make your people as many as the stars in the sky. I will give your people all this land as I promised. This land will be theirs forever. 14. So the Lord felt sorry for the people. He did not do what he said he might. He did not destroy them. The question I would like to ask is this: what would have happened if Moses didn't pray for the children of Israel? Well, you answer that question. Moses understood the character of God and the promises that God made to their forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He knew that what God was about to do to the people of Israel wasn't consistent with his ways. Our God is a God of judgment, but also a God of mercy and love. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, and his mercy shall never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Let us go to the next person in our study today, King Hezekiah. Hezekiah fell ill, and his condition wasn't so good. God sent the prophet Isaiah to tell the king to put his house in order, for the sickness would lead to his death. What did Hezekiah do? Did he accept the verdict? Well, let's find out in 2 Kings 20 from verse 2. Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. 3. Remember, O Lord, how I have walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion, and have done what is good in your eyes. And Hezekiah wept bitterly. 4. Before Isaiah had left the middle court, the word of the Lord came to him. 5. Go back and tell Hezekiah, the leader of my people, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. On the 3rd day from now, you will go up to the temple of the Lord. 6. I will add 15 years to your life, and I will deliver you and this city from the hand of the king of Assyria. I will defend this city for my sake and for the sake of my servant David. 7. Then Isaiah said, "Prepare a poultice of figs." They did so and applied it to the boil, and he recovered. Wow. So there was actually a cure for his ailment, but it only came out in the place of fervent prayer. When we don't pray, things go wrong. Time will not permit me to talk about Abraham and how he saved his nephew and his family from the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Time will not permit me to talk about Daniel and his prayer that liberated the children of Israel from bondage. Never think that once God has declared a thing, it can't be changed. Remember, you can always go up to him and state your plea and ask for mercy. In conclusion, the essence of prayer remains a profound mystery, often debated by theologians. Yet the undeniable truth is that prayer holds transformative power in our lives. Through the examples of Moses and Hezekiah, we witness how fervent prayer can alter the course of events, invoking God's mercy and intervention. As we delve deeper into the art of prayer, let us remember that God, though omniscient, desires our communion and petitions. Just as Moses pleaded for the Israelites and Hezekiah sought healing, our prayers have the potential to shape destinies and bring about divine intervention. We can change your destiny and the destiny of your country and family if we pray fervently. Join me in exploring the Art of Prayer series to deepen our understanding of effective prayer. Together, let's engage in this spiritual journey, sharing insights, experiences, and testimonies. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more transformative content. I eagerly await your comments below as we continue to seek God's guidance and mercy through the power of prayer.